इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री branch of chemistry which deals with the study of relation between chemical energy and electric energy called electrochemistry. In electrochemistry, we have to study how chemical energy is converted into electric energy and how electric energy is converted into chemical energy. For these two types of cells, cell means container. For these two types of cells are taken under consideration. The two types of cells are electric cell and electrolysis cell. Cell are the two types. Electric cell and electrolysis cell. Or it is also known as electrolytic cell. In electric cell provides current from it. On other hand, in electrolysis cell we give current from outside. In electric cell, chemical energy is converted into electric energy. On other hand, in electrolysis cell, when current is passed, electrolysis is done. Ion of electrolytes approaches to its respective electrodes, at which redox reaction occurs at cathode. Cation is reduced to gain the electron, that is reduction, while at anode anion is neutralized by loss of electron, that is oxidation. The oxidation and reduction both occur simultaneously in the case of electrolysis. Like say redox reaction, that is oxidation and reduction both occur simultaneously in electric cell. In electric cell, current is supplied. The electrode from which electrons are migrated, that is loss of electron, that is oxidation, called anode. And the electrode at which electrons enter, that is addition of electron, that is reduction. The oxidation and reduction, that is redox reaction, also takes place in the electric as well as in the electrolysis. So both types of cells show redox reaction. First of all, mind here electrochemistry. What is electrochemistry? The branch of chemistry which deals with the interconversion of chemical and potential energy to each other, known as electrochemistry. And for this, mainly two types of cells are taken under consideration, that is electric cell and electrolysis cell. So before going to detail, it is essential, it is compulsory to know about the conductor, the substance that is capable to pass current through it, that allow to pass current through it, called conductor. Conductors are of the two types, that is solid conductor and liquid conductor. Conductor substance which allow to pass current through it, called conductor. In solid conductor, conduction is due to mobile electron. For example, metal and alloy. On other hand, in liquid conductor, conductivity or conduction, both are different things. Conductivity and conduction, both are different things, not similar. Conduction is reciprocal of resistance, while conductivity is reciprocal of specific resistance. So both are dissimilar. So either conduction or conductivity. In liquid conductor, conductivity or conduction is due to mobile ion, cation and anion both. For example, solution of salt Solution of salt. Salt is electrovalent or ionic compound and soluble in the polar solvent. The most powerful polar solvent is water. So when ionic or electrovalent compound, that is salt, is added in water, ionization takes place and ions becomes free. It is due to the decrement of strong electrostatic force of attraction between cation and anion, which is operated in the solid state. So when solid, that is electrolyte, is dissolved in water, interaction between cation and anion are removed. Thus, cation as well as anion both becomes free. So due to presence of free cation and anion, mobile cation and anion, conduction or conductivity is shown. So just like the solution of salt, solution of polar covalent compound, that is solution of acid, also behaves as conductor. The solution of salt, solution of acid. It is interested to note that acid are polar covalent compound and polar covalent compound behaves as ionic compound, but concentrated acid is not able to show the conduction or conductivity. Means concentrated acid is not capable to allow to pass the current through it, because cation and anions are not free to move. That is due to lack of mobile cation and mobile anion. When acid is diluted, then dilute acid becomes capable to show the conductivity, to show the conduction. The dilute acid provides permission to pass current through it. On other hand, concentrate acid behaves as insulator, that is bad conductor. One thing more here, mercury is metal, but its physical state is liquid. Mercury is metal but in a liquid state. Hence, conduction in mercury is due to free electrons, not free ions. Now some idea about resistance. Resistance. Property of substance by means of which it produces or set up, interfere or barrier or interfere or avoid in path of current called resistance. It's a unity O represented by omega. The property of conductor are any material, any substance that produces barrier or interfere or difficulty in the track of, in the way of, in the path of moving electron, flowing current known as resistance. As you know, rate of flow of charge is known as current, and relation between charge and ion or electron Q is equal to Ni. In case of metal, conduction is due to free electrons. In metal or alloy, metallic bond is set up in which electrons are free to move within the lattice but unable to departure, unable to escape from the surface of metal. So due to movement of electron, here our definition indicates that rate of flow of charge, electron is also charged on the basis of relation between number of electron and charge. We write Q is equal to Ni. So it will be equal to I is equal to N upon P. In metal, metallic bond is set up either in metal or in alloy. Metallic bond is set up that is operated between metal ion, that is positive ion, and free electrons. In metallic crystal, each metal ion, each cation is surrounded by a lot of free electrons, and each electron is surrounded by a lot of cation, that is metal ion. So within the lattice, within the crystal of the metal or alloy, electrons continuously move, but we do not feel current. Suppose in the gate of college or building or house or rod present in the window, both are metal, and in metal free electrons are always under motion. Due to movement of electron, current should be appeared, but it does not happen. When we touch rod of window which is made up from the metal, or gate of building which is made up by the metal, or body of the tractor or trolley which is built up by the metal, we do not feel current, but electron continuously move in that. So when moving electrons follow a definite track, when movement of electrons are in a particular direction, then current is set up. If electrons move, if electrons oscillates hetero and dithero, hooks by crooks, then current will be not developed in spite of movement of charge. To produce charge, it is essential condition that all the free electrons, all the mobile electrons, all the ions should travel, should move at a particular path in a definite direction. In metal or alloy, electrons move hetero and dithero, hooks by crooks, irregular, hence current does not develop. When potential difference, that is PD, potential difference is applied across the metal, then irregular movement of electrons converted into regular sequence, and all free electrons, all ions begin to move at a definite path in a definite direction, then current is developed. The same manner is adopted here. Either charge carrier is electron or cation or anion, it must travel at a definite path in a definite direction, not in irregular direction. Suppose this is our container, that is cell, or cell is like this. Two electrodes are set up. Electrolytic solution of salt. Suppose solution is of the NaCl solution. The solution will have sodium ion, chloride ion, sodium ion. And now let us consider the cell, that is container in which salt of solution is taken. So when charge enter in the electrolytic solution, when current enter in the electrolytic solution, current means flow of charge. The charge current may be also appeared by the movement of cation as well as by the anion. Both sequence may be taken here due to movement of free electron only. The passing current means passing of ion, cation or anion or electron. So when current is entered, current is passed in this solution, so either ion will pass or electron will pass. So when electron will pass in this electrode, then it will enter in the solution and try to reach at the lower portion of this electrode. After this, it will reach at the top, and after that, it will go in external circuit. When current will enter, when charge will enter in electrolytic solution, then attraction and repulsion both occur simultaneously at the moving charge. Suppose our current is due to movement of negative charge, that is electron. When electron will enter in solution and try to go at another electrode through the solution, then ion present in solution will disturb the passing electron, moving electron. Cation will attract the moving electron and anion will repel the moving electron. So thus disturbance will settle. Similarly, suppose our current is due to movement of positive charge. So when this charge will enter in the solution, disturbance will also settle. Cation will repel the positive charge and anion will attract the positive charge. It means when current is passed in liquid conductor, in the solution of salt, in the solution of electrolyte, attraction as well as repulsion both occurs, by means of which disturbance is set up, and this disturbance is known as resistance. The resistance is proportional to the length of solid conductor. If conductor is solid, that is wire, then resistance is proportional to the length of conductor. But here, under our concept, conductor is liquid, that is solution of salt. So here we will consider the resistance of solution is proportional to the distance between electrodes, either in this case or in this case or in this case. For wire, for solid conductor, resistance is proportional to length. For liquid conductor, resistance is proportional to the distance between electrodes. The distance between electrodes is also represented by here. Again, resistance of conductor is inversely proportional to the area of cross section of the conductor. In solid conductor like wire is taken as cylindrical. When transverse section of cylinder is taken, then we get circle. For thin wire, transverse section would be small circle having minimum diameter. For thick conductor, circle will have large size, that is large diameter. Having large area of cross section of the wire, that is conductor. resistance will be minimum. Here there is a reciprocal relationship. If conductor is thick, resistance will be minimum. If conductor is thin, having low area of cross section, resistance will be maximum. But in our concept, but in this chapter, we will take this area cross section as how much area of the electrode is dipped in the electrolytic solution. Now let us consider this figure. Entire electrode is dipped in the solution. The entire area will be affected. Entire area will be taken here. But in this entire electrode is not dipped. Our representation is up to this. So here entire electrode is dipped in solution. Here some part of the electrode is dipped in solution. The part of electrode which is dipped in electrolytic solution, that is in liquid conductor, is known as effective area. So here our area cross section would be replaced by effective area, that is how much area of the electrode is dipped in the electrolytic solution in electrolytic cell. On the basis of these conclusions, we may write here R proportional to L by A. To remove the proportional, we need proportionality constant. Thus, this may be further written as R is equal to rho L by A. Here rho is known as specific resistance. Thus, rho is equal to RA upon L. The unit of R, ohm, unit of area, meter square or centimeter square, unit of length, that is difference, that is distance between electrode in electrolytic cell, will be either in meter or centimeter. Thus, ohm for area, centimeter square, for length, centimeter. So 1 centimeter will cancel from numerator and denominator. Thus, its unit will be ohm centimeter. Or we may also write this as ohm meter. Here it is also interested to know that resistance is variable quantity for long conductor. That is, if distance between electrode of the cell is large, resistance will be large. And maximum area of the electrode is dipped in conductor, then R will be minimum. If electrolytic solution is not full, then some part of the electrode will dipped. Some part of electrode will dipped in electrolytic solution. Thus, effective area will be minimum by means of which resistance becomes high. Suppose in the battery of inverter, if level of acid or distilled water is very low, means plate, that is surface area of electrode, will partially in touch of the electrolytic solution. Thus resistance will be high and that battery will provide minimum current. If battery of inverter is completely filled, means plate is completely dipped in electrolytic solution, then effective area will be maximum. Being maximum effective area, resistance of that battery will minimum. The being minimum resistance, that battery will give high current. Next topic, conduction. Conduction. Reciprocal resistance is known as conduction. C is equal to 1 by R. Its unit is ohm inverse R, mho R, Siemens, R Simon. 1 ohm inverse is equal to 1 Simon R Siemens. Conductivity reciprocal of specific resistance called conductivity. It is represented by kappa. It is equal to 1 by rho. The unit of rho is ohm semi, 1 upon ohm semi. When it will go in numerator, sign of the power will change. Thus, its unit may be written as ohm semi inverse. Ohm semi inverse. Specific resistance depends only at the nature of material. For long or short, for thick or thin, rho would be same. Value of rho will not change. On other hand, r depend at length as well as area of cross section. If distance between electrode is maximum, r will be maximum. If surface area of electrode is partially dipped, resistance will be maximum. But in case of rho, it will not change. It will depend only at the nature of material. For the solution of NaCl, for solution of copper sulfate, for solution of ammonium chloride or sodium carbonate or any type of salt, rho will always same for a fixed, for a definite concentration. It is also interested to note that R is variable depending at the situation, but rho is not variable. Rho is fixed, only depend at the nature of material. Thank you.